my god! Have you seen that shit? Holy shit! What the hell?
Hey boys, good morning. Vampire reporting in. Been having a weird schedule the last few days. Probably gonna get even weirder for the next several days. But still started like while it's day outside. Yesterday, what should I say? Earlier today, it was a very early morning stream, or a very late from yesterday. Finished the repants. With just 15 provinces, nobody added or removed anything. This faction does not have a late game. You know, with Dark Elves, at least enter late game. Well, this faction does not have a late game unless you make it for yourself. If people added like 10 plus provinces, we would have had to probably get into some sort of late game. But nobody added anything, so we just had a nice chill short campaign. Fighting with peasants, usual evildoers, and doing friends with order. So we got 59 turns. The moment you start confederating with this faction, it's pretty much critical mass. Want to have a challenge, real challenge repants. Don't confederate and limit the cavalry to the armies, so probably like 3. Anyways. We are here with the next campaign. It's probably also going to be a short one unless you guys decide to add more. The base provinces for this one will be 10, but you guys can add or remove more. There's already a next campaign planned. It's a double man-mount request by Markonos. It's going to be Karazakarak. This is going to be number 6. We have to declare war on all elves and ever peace. Full diplomacy is only allowed with dwarves. With other faction we can war, peace, trade, military access and gifts. So no non-aggression pact or join wars. Chaos will be off for this campaign, so the Dark Elves actually are a big threat, and the goal will be to destroy all elves and occupy Lothern and Nagarond. Markonos used both his man-mount requests to request this campaign. Until then, we have some fun with Durtu. Don't expect this campaign to be too long. Who will also maybe even finish it in today. We're going to be doing something special this campaign, but more about this when we end the campaign. So Argwylon Durtu is one of our very strong lords. The ancient Treemen, like I said, are the strongest regular lords in the game. He is basically a legendary version of ancient Treemen, which makes him a little bit different, because instead of having a lot of life, he has a lot of beasts, and a lot of beasts, can be very good when used right, as you've seen it many times. Instead of having a support role with just some tanking, Durtu is actually have a damage dealer role, and he just basically is a destroyer. The how do we call him? Optimus Pine. Yes. I'm afraid they kind of forgot about this faction when they updated the Wood Elves. Look at the faction effect. Hero recruitment cost minus 50% for branch rates. Hero recruitment cost. Those, I guess they want you to cycle heroes with this faction. This is kind of like cycle hero faction, and the branch rates are not even that special, honestly. I'm not even sure what kind of trait we're gonna go for. We'll see if we actually get any change. This is basically just a easier, chiller version of Draika. Because not only you have an easier location, but the rest of the Outer Lord is not hostile to you. So you have an easier Draika here. Draika is very strong with a nice flavor campaign, while Durtu is basically just chill version of Draika, if you ask me. Regarding the faction effects, they kind of missed the boat on this one. I'm not really gonna go, into suggestions here, but really anything else could have been better. Anything else. So we have cheaper branch rates for hero cycling, which is the lack of quality of life this game needs. Maybe it's gonna be fixed in Warhammer 3, who knows. Melee attack plus 10 during forest battles. This is actually very usable, especially if you go Flavor Army Durtu, which means mainly melee. Durtu Lord effects are actually pretty damn good. Only use Durtu army are immune to all attrition. That's a lie. Nobody's immune to all attrition. Upkeep minus 30% for all forest spirit units. So 30% cheaper upkeep. This is what matters. Upkeep for his flavor units, which are the Dryads, Treekin, and Treemen. And he has plus 10 charge bonus for Dryads, Tricking, and Treemen, which is useless on Treemen, somewhat useless on Tricking, and very good for Dryads. Durtu is very powerful, so doesn't really matter the other stuff here. This is just nice early game stuff, honestly. They did rework the Wood Elves, and gotta say it's the best rework. They half-assed the least this one, unlike the Empire, the Greenskin somewhat before that, the Vampires as well. There are still issues, bugs, oversights, and just sheer laziness and lack of testing. But from what we played with Heralds of Ariel and the World of War, definitely the best rework they done so far, and they made the Wood Elves even more unique faction than ever before. So we're gonna have just a campaign here, 10 base provinces. You guys can add or remove provinces. Try not to just end the campaign in like the first few hours, but you know, like after 5 hours you want to end the campaign. If you have shekels, I don't care. We're gonna be doing something special, which I'll just say the moment we get in. So you get forest healing, heal the world forest, and then return to powerful faction bonuses. Wildroots and Rip Roots. Wood Elves armies can use the network of ancient tree roots to avoid impassable terrain and travel west between forests. And there's a tree spirit focus roster. I always played Durtu with his flavor and Orion with his flavor, but this got a little bit changed, so you got a little bit more freedom now what to use. You can stick to the flavor, or you know, just use whatever. Start with an excellent unit of Drads, a unit of Wild Riders, which is an excellent unit to have in the army. It's actually a damage dealer, a chaser, one of the best in the game, and a Tricking, one of the tankiest units in the game. We'll just skip the settings here. Marconos in his campaign actually wanted us to turn over the chaos, so this will be interesting to see how the campaign will be without the chaos. But this is always going to be the setting we use unless they break something in the game regarding the chaos invasion. I'm surprised they haven't you know, made this legendary just, you know, for the trifecta here, so you know, OCD fix, because in the future games they put the Legend Battle Looker, which is same shit here as the very hard. Anyways, let's go in. Legendary, very hard, legendary, yep, to go. If you have a minute month request and you wanna request a campaign, now is the best time. We have a window before they release anything new, like, don't have any good games released this month, but they might release some games next month or in 2 months, so it's perfect time to just, you know, do some requests and some you know, weird campaigns depending what you guys want. Well, nothing that really interests me, you know, getting released this month. So, you know, of course there are games being released this month, but I'm really picky. Unless they list head-to-head in Total War Rome Remaster or improve the AI, I will just put that game on the shit list.
Hail to you, Durtu, eldest of the ancients. I come to offer assistance in these dark times, to help you exact revenge on the enemies of Argwylon. To the north, the Bretonnians lie in wait. We must tread carefully, for their expansionist desires are well known. Yet they could be firm allies against other foes. Furthermore, greenskin incursions are increasing, defiling the sanctity of the forests with their filth. The only answer is war. Move against their mountain hovels and end their sorry sorties into your lands. To the west, the beastmen herds are massing. These cloven beasts will desecrate everything, including your sacred woodlands, unless stopped by force of arms. You must turn the tables, take the hunt to them. The taint of chaos must
Prince
not
and Emperor,
despoil the king's
I will
trade.
march with
Though
you.
the men of the lowlands know the price of intrusion, they still trespass upon your hallowed groves. No more. Drive them from the forest's edge. Age has made you twisted and furious, Father of the Forest, but this rage makes you mighty. Go now. Smite the unworthy. Defend Argwylon.
Okay. Okay. So Durtu, we haven't played Durtu since the rework, so this is the first time we played Durtu since the rework. This is also a fourth time we played Durtu in Mortal Empires. First things first, this got the name down. Red names is Orchard. Okay. And 2 provinces have been added to the objective banner. Let me just edit that. We have a naming on for this campaign. Gold Sabotage is disabled for this campaign since we're not doing any challenge campaign. What is this campaign? So we're gold to 12. Since how the Wood Elves work, there's actually a lot of provinces for the current Wood Elves. So let's talk about what we're gonna be doing this campaign. We're gonna do something we don't usually do, really. We're gonna take a huge risk in the early game, which might cost us the campaign. But, you know, something different I said this time. We are going to beeline for the Shrine of Cain and pull out the sword. So as early as possible, I assume we can reach this by turn 15. There are several bugs in with the Sword of Cain that probably have not got fixed, but this is a campaign to test if they fixed anything. If not, we're just gonna dumpster the Sword of Cain and never use it again. Do Wood Elves need to build a building for Sword of Cain? I've never really taken this with Wood Elves, but I assume yes, they're gonna have to build a building. Which is most like tier 1 since it's an outpost. So this campaign's a little bit different now. We have dwarves in the forest. Argwylon is part of the Ataloran, which we control the Oak of Ages. And the heathlands are around here. Karak Buvdar, Canal, Karakars, Garaz, Castle Karak, Fest Spike, and Paramon. Yeah, let's check this out a bit. So look at this. When you actually go here now on Durtu in the game, there is actually another line of text on his trait which did not get updated onto the Lord effects on the effect selection screen. He also gives plus 5% weapon strength to all units, all armies faction wide. This used to be his skill, but it looks like they removed it. And since he has way too many skills considering his skill tree, I guess he will get saved a skill point with this. So 5% more damage if you have Durtu in your faction. Durtu stats are crazy impressive. 9828 health. This is ridiculous. 110 armor, 90 leadership, 100 is considered unbreakable. That can still rout. 35 speed. His weakness is speed and size. 65 melee attack with magical attacks. 48 defense. He has already damage applied here. 5%. Looks like about 470 damage. And 40 charge bonus. He has 20 physical resist, being Treeman, 50 missile resist, so already 35 against regular projectiles. Has a fire weakness, 25%. Siege attacker, terror, expert charge defense, encourage, vanguard, can hide, has woodsman, as frenzy, so he has actually 73 melee attack. If you're in the trees on the battlefield, he activates arcane conduit for the army. And he also is a wizard, so he's basically a monster tree wizard as a lore of beasts. And he has another ability, Lamentation Despairs, which is basically like a short-range nuke. Can do massive damage at the right angle to infantry. He has a weapon, Sword of Date, which gives him 10 attack. Gives him even more magical attacks, you know, because, you know, why not? 10% cheaper recruitment, more battle loot and ability, which is basically another, you know, Flock of Doom, which can be used twice every 2 minutes. The Treemen do have bonuses further for the forest spirits, like the Dryads here, 3 kin, ward save for the 3 kin. And then we have the elf bonuses. I'm not sure why does he have the elf bonuses. I think this should be unique to the ancient Treemen, and this should be unique to the elf lords. So the glade lords should be more special by having these things here. The ancient Treemen due to having access to these two makes no sense at all. As the melee aura even has a range aura which makes no sense. And there is the melee defense as well, the one that has been added. His unique skills lower the cooldown limitation of despair, so you can use it more often. Lowers the enemy siege all the time, which who cares? He's a siege attacker. If you're gonna attack the city, you're going in. This is you know, just ignore this line of text with this faction with the Durtu. The second one, Warden, has 20 more magic power reserve, which is basically just stronger magical reserves. The whole army gets 10% ward save during forest battles, and all units get 5 melee defense when defending. He does also have +10 forest during +10 attack during forest battles, which how do you utilize bonus like this? Because you know you're not always going to be in a forest. When you're moving around the map, you can mouse over terrain, and let's say we're going in Paragon. So if you're moving in and you're not going to fight, you see says terrain light forest, grassland. So if you mouse over the terrain, you can you know, somewhat position there and you know, see if the bonus is gonna be there or not when you're attacking. Most people, I feel like it's not going to care about this, but this positioning sometimes can help, especially if you're going into hostile territory. Other than that, there is Ward Bark, gives fire resistance to all the forest spirits in the army, extra armor to these units as well. These units are already incredibly tough, even Dryads, so additional 15 armor makes them even tougher. There is the Rage of Kronos, which makes the Pip very cheap, and Wisdom Valform also very cheap. So the buffs, the armor base damage buff, and the speed and the physical resistance buff. If you're facing infantry armies, you're gonna use Lock of Doom. If you're facing large armies, you usually use the Pip instead. Combine it with the curse and the enemy is debuffed while you're taking little damage. Just wish the Valhart was here and the Weiss and Valfram was here, because 2 points on the opening skill makes no sense. The fourth skill here is +5 leadership when attacking for the whole army, and 30% vigor loss reduction for the Lord's army, which is massive. Most other factions have 15%, while Doru has 33%. And usually units like the 3 kin or the 3 man, they don't even lose vigor that much. The last one is Awaken the Woods, enables awakened forest traditional local enemy armies, which is you know, the moment I read this and then I you know, read it again and then I thought some few times, it's like yeah. Unique skill, melee skill, wizards, battle skills, campaign skills. He even has the elf skills which don't fit even the dream, and it's like, why would you ever skill this? You're begging for something that will not work and that don't do anything. Even if the enemy loses 10% army per turn, why? Local enemy armies. If they're local, they're just gonna get it. What a waste of a skill point. So, nice idea, but it does not work in practice. This honestly should be Enables awakened forest attrition to all your regions. Every single one. Every single one. But local enemy armies, complete trash. Okay, let's see what we have here. This is 5 skill points and another 5 skill points. Very expensive campaign skills. Dryads attack and weapon strength. Range buff. Physical resistance armor. So Dryads. Shrieking Treemen, Forest Dragons. Oh, nice. We have a charge bonus for Great Eagles and Forest Dragons. Now, if they knew, you know, the meta of this game, they would have never put charge bonus on single entities. This stuff like charge bonus skill for Hawkeyes, Great Eagles, and Forest Dragon should really be attack. The Hawk Eagles Riders need attack. The Great Eagle needs attack, and the Forest Dragon needs attack. So this should have been like 8 attack instead. It would make not only more sense, but it would actually be a solid skill then. It's crazy how much they don't even know their game.
Oh my god! Have you seen that shit? Holy shit! What the hell?
The charge bonus for the Hawk Rider is okay, but for the other two is crap. We already talked about this. We start with 3 Dryads, Wave Watchers, Wild Riders, and 3 Keen. Going to the army, we lose most of the movement here. Who is this? Cluster of Radiance. Means a magic cost +2 for all enemy spells, local enemy armies. And it gets a Cluster of Radiance, which is a very good ability, grants more power. The problem with the branch raids, they're not very good wizards. But as they build up skills, you know, they'll work. Their stats are kinda weird at the start, but they get quite good over time. I don't know, Lord Draga. I think the Sword of Cain still stays on the Lord you replaced. Anyhow. This is a great skill to get. I do have Arcane item slot. Durtu can find Arcane items, which makes him better than the other Wood Elf Legendary Lords. I think about it, both Durtu and Cetra have Arcane Conduit, while the Archaeon doesn't. And one of them is missing an Arcane item slot. You know, it's just weird that some wizards actually don't have an Arcane item slot. So what do we have here? Spell Singer, Tribal Stones, Read Technologies. Wood Elves do not require growth to upgrade the core building, but it's very expensive, takes also a long time. They do need kindreds to build buildings though. So what does Durtu even have when he's here? Lord Recruit rank +5 for Ancient Treemen in all provinces. It's actually very good. 5 more ranks for the Ancient Treemen. Those are the best Wood Elf Lords. Growth 25 local province. Upkeep -20% for all units own army when in own territory. So I guess for defending. It's already looking much better. Ancient of the Leandra, the same stuff. Except this is untainted public order. Good aura too. This is construction cost, income on the buildings. This is the constant hex. 10% damage, 5 targets, like a blizzard aura. And this is recruit ranks, cluster radiance. Yeah, these things look way better than they used to. Way better. And if you look at the ancient treemen, they also have different traits now. Which some of them are really good. This is the shit.
Do you take me for a wazak?
We started war with Karak Norn, Redhorn Prime and the Beastman. We do also start with the control of Oak of Ages. And the garrison of Oak of Ages, you know, 11 units, but there's nothing else in there. Upgraded, we would need 10,000s. 3, 4, 8. We can also unlock Confederation missions with Torgon and Vidriot with the upgrade. This will be, you know, unusual start because we're doing something else. We're going to spend a very little time in the forest and just beeline for the Shine of Cain. I do not really recommend doing this, but we're gonna be doing that. It's reckless and totally not my style. Guess the game wants us to fight Karak Norn here. Did we actually get something here? Not any mission or anything to attack these guys. They just added these guys without giving any connection or, you know, go there. This is 4,000s. 3, 4, 5, 9, 3, 5. Garrisons will be a little bit problematic, I feel. This branch will roll like a very good trait. This the new traits for the branch rates and the ancient treatment are great. That's how the traits should be in the game. Let's see if we can attack by putting this one here if we still have movement.
Don't think so.
So why would he be on the other side, man? This shit makes no sense. Why not put him here? If they're gonna change this as well. Okay, we'll upgrade the Dryads with the aspect of the Willow. It lowers their arm-piercing weapon damage, but it grants the bonus with his infantry, which is damage and attack and defense. The other two, in comparison, are much weaker. You need attack more than you need damage in these units, and the bonus of the infantry is damage. So, you know, I don't really want to say, you know, the difference in between this in the quality of stats for the units, but wow, just wow. These units need attack and they need defense. 8 AP damage is great, but they lose 10 in physical resist, which is what makes this unit good. The physical resistance with good armor on tier 1. 20 more armor is nothing special when this unit is not lacking offense. Defense is lacking offense. So we need a higher chance to hit. That's the most important thing in this unit. Higher chance to hit. minions like Elich. Why would you put an upgrade which lowers your AP when you're gonna go fight dwarves? Well,
I will not
the
disgrace
anti-infantry
my
makes up for
ancestors.
it. The anti-infantry makes up for it. Their armor cannot block everything. They, when I feel like when they were designing this, they haven't really thought about what the unit role is, and what they're supposed to do. I don't think they put any thought into this. Of course, I did play countless hours. I know what the units need, how the units work, so it's totally different. But if everybody upgrades Hospital Willow over time, well, that means that Hospital Willow is gonna get nerfed. Okay, we'll attack here, let's see what happens. I have over 9,000 hours in Warhammer series. They retreated. Why would they retreat? So we have to go even use even more movement here. So not only they put dwarves, so listen these guys. So this is like you start off a campaign, you know, every battle, every faction have like a battle at the start, so that, you know, they have something to do. So they give you a battle at the start where the enemy not only retreats, but the balance power is nearly full yellow. This is just rotten design. They should not retreat in the first place, if you ask me at all. It's like how many people that, you know, are gonna be new, they're just gonna click out of this all here. Very strange. Enemy retreat on the first battle. Hero out of range for the army. Them adding these dwarves in the forest in the first place, that make no sense. They should have put these dwarves in an underground underway stance, and they should have enough forces to not retreat on the first battle. So you actually get 2 battles and actually get a fight at the start while you're recruiting the army after. Very, very strange. I mean, somebody had to add these units on the map, and they had to test it, right? Now we are here on the legend difficulty here, and they still do just retreat. It's bizarre. Our army is not even that good for the balance of power. So it should be a full yellow bar, you know.
Way Watchers! Ever ready.
So we put the trick in the trees. We get what? We get 15% more melee defense. And we put wave watchers in the trees. What do we get? More accuracy, huh? We should wave watch the quarterers.
Bowman ready! Way watchers!
Loved how the moment we started shooting, it broke stealth, and we're I guess they're not sniping anymore. Oh, we got a stealth back. That's one way to get accuracy, just shoot over the trees.
Our aim is true! Immediately!
They're too deep in the forest for this to work like this.
It shall be done! Ready and waiting! Straight away! To the fray! Swiftly! Quickly! At once! Way watchers! Wild riders! We will obey! We are tireless! Fire at will! Forever loyal! First down! Cavalry! Ride! Sons of Cavalry! Ready for orders! For Argwylon!
Yeah, this buff is great on the Wild Riders. Give them armor to take less damage when they hit hard, and they get 10% more base damage. Most of the damage is base damage, so they get hit even harder.
Ride them down! Very well.
This ability has a minimal cost range.
Cavalry! Ride! Swiftly! Ever ready!
They have to brace against the cavalry or to getting shot in the back.
At once! Halt! Foes of Argwylon! For Lady Ariel! Way watchers! Go! For the eternal realms! At speed! With haste! Now! Your orders!
In this way, what you just killed two Wild Riders with the final release of the arrow after the Eternal Fire at will.
Swift of foot! Sound the horns! Straight away! It shall be done!
If the units are flashing, means they're gonna get affected by the spell. The Dwarf Lord just got terrified.
Wild riders! They will die! Way watchers! Now! For Argwylon! Deepward archers! Quickly! Swift! Ever ready! They will die! At pace! Change weapons!
That's with their weak against armor, even worse. 2 armor piercing damage, kill 43 dwarves, 24 dwarves, and 37 dwarves.
Ready to fire!
They were getting hit by the trick, and they were getting hit by the dirt, and most importantly, they were all losing health to Flock of Doom, so they're easier to
Awaiting
kill.
orders. Wild riders!
So their armor not really protects them anymore.
Glory to the eternal realm! At speed! Hunters!
Well, getting the experience is worth just shit here for the Wild Riders. Tells you that the Wild Riders on a completely different level compared to these units.
Quickly! Understood. At once!
The only carriers who were taken in this unit, I think, was a friendly fire from the Way Watchers, and they were not supposed to fire there. They released the arrows anyways.
My Kernos! At speed! Trample them!
Plans will shun us!
So goddamn effective. These guys are gods of chase. Two of these students gave experience, the others didn't. That was a slaughter. It's kinda crazy this unit did the 4800 damage. One of the guys did 3300. What the fuck, not even any attack bonus. We did have plus 10 attack as the forest though. Do to MVP, over 9000 damage. You see this move here, it actually put us into Paragon and we're trespassing now. Wow. You could just declare war because of this. Since we are going on a trip, we're going to need the Glade Guard. There might be some encounters before we go, I think. It's a new thing with the Wood Elves, so you have something to do in the early game. We do need money. Upkeep reduction for the local armies. This doesn't seem like worth it, but we can recruit Dryads first and then get the Hegmane tips. This is an excellent tier 1 unit. One of the best. I don't know how the encounter is gonna go without, if we get an encounter without the range. We're doing a couple of range units because they can get some unpredictable stuff. We don't have healing yet. So first take we get companion on the side for all characters, settlements and characters, and one public order. Hopefully this affects heroes. Thus, for the Waste Stalker is great stuff. should have checked some diplomacy before we even did the battle. These guys might actually just out-declare war on us because they're trespassing.
Home ill-considered. Hi, the Deepwood protects its sons and daughters. Tread carefully. Unthinkable.
Tread carefully, bitch. This is Dortu. That child is talking to Durta about Deepwood. This guy's like 10,000 years old. We probably should stay here for 3 turns. This one here I'm not so sure about, but we can get some better loot if there is an encounter. There are other encounter there, but there has to be an encounter here as well, right? Hopefully it's Utter Lore and stuff, right? This we might lose the forest while going for the Sword of Cain. It'll be definitely weird to see what happens. I think we might even get it started on the way. Gonna have to do trespassing. That's why we need to get archers so we can secure the victory if anybody attacks. If we get attacked with just melee, we're dead. Especially on rank 2. The throne is mastered. Oh, look at this, it's just exactly next to us. Good thing those guys retreated here. I would have probably went close to the settlement. Put Catherine in the army for replenishment and trespass here. These are the encounters. What the fuck is this shit, man? There is no lord and we have slayers, cannons, thunderers, longbeards, great weapons. Bitch, it's fucking turn 2. It's turn 2. Give me this shit. What the fuck is this shit? Who owns this shit? It's not even a forest. What the fuck is this? They test this shit? They test this shit? We're gonna get slaughtered here and then the Paragon is gonna attack us as well and kill us. Yeah. Do they get more units if you don't attack this turn? Problem is, we are supposed to be traveling towards the Shrine of Cain and not lose all our army on turn 2. I'm thinking here. It's not a forest, not even a forest. It's an ambush though, you got this. What does this even mean, it's an ambush though? You got this. What does that mean? Translate that to me. If I didn't ambush here, this would probably be a full red bar. I will kid you not. What do we have here? High King speech.
Fellow Dowie, a great wrong has befallen our kin by Urk things. The Damaskron is filled with their vile atrocities. And the debt stands with them. So, my kin, take up your axes. Show these Urks and Groby the might of Karazakarak. For they come. Ready, axes! Kazakan! Kazakan! Ah! Take back every grudge! This is my edict as High King! Ah! Kazu! Kazu! Ah! We will repulse these vile creatures with our dying breath and renew the Karazhan Core.
This is a turn 2 battle, and a turn 1 battle we get a Dwarf Lord that retreats on a full yellow bar. The main problem with this is they all have 25 magic resist, and this is the one we're behind. Our units are magic attackers, and they have also additional 25 resist on 100 armor. And we get a favorable balance of power. Oh, the auto resolve here is like cheating, man. Might as well just type in the cheat codes and, you know, play the game, right? Blue for Pyrrhic Victor, red for Other. This is so fucking bad. Get this on turn 2. Don't even test this shit. Not even in a forest. This is gonna interrupt our plans for going for the Shrine of Cain, because we might lose several units here. If we even win. Good battlefield. It looks like the Rangers might be here. The Slayer's guaranteed damage. It's like you just suffer when the Slayer's on the battlefield this early.
Shad's
We might be able to drag the Slayers into the Wave Watchers. We can hit the back hard, and then we have to grind the armor. Those two would be best. Those two would be best really on these dwarf warriors. These two will be chopping. I need to put our anti-infantry dryads against the Slayers if they go melee. Use regular dryads on the back. Losing a single unit here would be bad. Because we are trying to leave the forest right now. We'll just tie in this and hopefully we pin the rangers. Those rangers can shoot. So we hit this. See the rangers. A good hit here. Might have routed these guys. Jesus. There's only way too much damage there. We have this surrounded now. Quickly! Taking too much damage to this unit.
Wild Riders! Cavalry! Way Watchers! Ready to fire! For Isha!
Wild Riders are pretty dominant here, but this damage, man. Why did they have to spawn these units this early? Just fuck up all our plans. It's like the game knowing we're gonna do something different and just gives a shit.
We are tireless! At once! Aye! It shall be done! Smash them! Wild Riders!
So much damage. Can stay 3 turns to replenish here.
Now! Armed and ready! At once!
Maybe we can stay 2 turns. We're taking a trip to Ultron and we're gonna have damage units. Fucking hell. The victory was never a question here, just the fucking damage. When the arrows are shot from the trees, they have a few. They have a timer before they just pass through everything. Before they start hitting trees. Looks like a close victory. Victory by 44% of the people. I think an out resolve would have destroyed 2 dryads. But this is way too much damage. Way too much damage. If I'm not healthy when I start moving there, we might get attacked on the way. That's the main issue. So any travel is almost a suicide. And we missed 663 here as well. 25, 600, 800. We need to take the money here. Owns army, huh? Yeah, let's get the Wild form here. And we go for Earthblood here. 1 point here, huh? Oh, look at this. We got more wordings here. Lord's army, Hero's army, own army. If only, you know, they'd stop, you know, half-assing the shit and they fix all these problems. Look at this damage, man. This is so stupid to spawn this army. So stupid. We try to do something different for once, and we get this trash here. That is never should be happening on turn fucking 2. Oh, they got the Lord now, out of thin air. Damn. This one is a forest town.
Way Watchers! Orders understood!
The Grudge Tower is still alive, huh?
Way Watchers! Swift of foot! Get to our enemies! Missiles ready! Swiftly now! Infantry, attack!
Zakastur.
At your command! Bowman, ready! Way Watchers! At pace! Warriors on aerial! Way Watchers! Straight away! Ever ready! At once!
Fascina.
Way Watchers! More aerial! Ready to fire! Way Watchers! High Colonels! Children of Ethelloren!
Tar Fascina. Fascina. Nomen Avis.
Way Watchers! A speed! Cease fire! Kill them! Straight away! Awaiting orders! For Eldrasor! Wild Riders! Way Watchers! At pace! Wild Riders! Never ready! Attack!
Battles from this encounter is great. Taking way too much damage and drives to leave the forest in time.
Armed and ready!
Gonna have to probably wait one more turn.
Wild Riders!
What's worse, the Shine of Cain probably will have walls.
Riders! Wild Riders!
Good experience here at least. Yeah, the rank 3 on Wild Riders here, very good. Not sure about this Wave Watch space at this point. It's like not replenishment. Charm Shield is great. Turn 3, yeah, we're taking way too much damage the first time. We wish this unit to be full strength, but we tried our best and they're still damaged. So what do we have here? Can remove this for now. They're packing. The unit of Watch costs like 2 Glagar Hagbin tips, but it can snipe some units very nice. This could also be blind. We can't really care about this considering what we're doing. We're leaving the forest way too early, but that's the plan. Unpredictable shit can happen because we're a little bit damaged. We might get an attack on the way. Even without this thing, we might still get attacked on the way. It's turn 4. We're leaving the forest. We have to put the guard platform here. The oak might get raised, but we can rebuild the oak.
Protector of the oak.
So, see this extra damage? This should have been all full health when we start traveling. I mean, it's not that it's like, it's still like, goddamn. We are traveling to the Shrine of Cain. It's reckless, but we're doing it. It's a good event for money.
You dead.
Fastest way there would be through Argwylon. Doesn't require a kindred. Zero growth. Elf infantry, there's very little things for dryads here regarding buffs early. Not a single buff for door to units on these things. Not one. Would have been, you know, rocket science to include this for, or if this 5 attack for the Dryads too. Then armor will help with the garrison.
The city.
We need the extra garrison here so they don't go for it. I think Karaknon is crippled here. We're actually losing growth now. This is a little bit problematic because we could get attacked by the pirates and then we're just dead. So we'll be a little bit RNG as well. This is the Hitlands of Ataloran. It's a mechanic with wood elves. To restore the health of the forest, we need the Hitlands under control. I suggest you go watch the War of War or the what's it called, the Heralds of Ariel, if you want to get more information about that.
Darkness comes.
We can use the hero to scout, it's safer. So we don't sail into the pirates. Because the pirates just instant kill you. They only there to kill the player, of course. They don't they ignore other AI. Other than the chaos, because the chaos out to declare wars on everybody.
You have a proposal for the Asur. A foolish suggestion.
Any of these factions can just randomly declare war on us. Hopefully this damage does not affect it. We should have maybe gotten the trappers then first. But we can get more slots if we don't upgrade anyways. We don't have the money for it. Our military in this army is solid enough for them not to go for us, but if the pirates are close, they'll go for it. They're just there to harm the player.
I speak for the Phoenix King, and I bid you well. Certainly not.
He might attack us.
I bid you welcome, traveler. What would you wish?
There's no enemies.
We will see our homeland persist.
It's just
through all-
random. It's pretty much even 50-50 at this point.
Lord of the Asray!
We're at the mercy of the RNG here, because we are selling it blind. But I don't see why it shouldn't work, considering how strong we are on the early start. We just can fight multiple factions. We just put the whole forest under risk, though. There's a forest encounter here. Okay. No immediate threat. It would be faster to go through Crace, but I feel they're gonna attack. So we're gonna go the longer way around. From the top. If I trespass here, they might instantly attack us. They have no enemies and we have -5. We could have landed right now, turn 9. The thing is, we couldn't afford a full army premiere. We just packed our things and we went with it. Like I said, this is reckless. I don't recommend doing this. But I said that we're gonna attempt it. They might have a full army in the city and then we can just pack our things and go home. There's a Vault settlement. They have the whole province. Their military is not good, which means it's very good for us. We have landed on Shrine of Cain, turn 10. It's gonna be our rebellion at the capital. We're taking damage. I'm not sure why we're taking damage, but okay. Ah, the Beastman raids. Okay, I missed it. It looks like we're getting a rebellion here. It might be the end of the settlement.
The mighty Deepwood welcome.
There is no public order on the core building and the growth is bad. The Wood Elves suffer with a really bad public order. Literally have to babysit that for the early stages. It's just perfectly fine if you stay in the forest, but we left the forest. We have 10 armor for our infantry. Oh, we even get even more negative public order. Okay, let's hit Dark Elves on ult 1.
Lord, make this quick. I have executions to oversee.
Yeah. Your own execution.
Your words shall reach the Phoenix throne. Choose them carefully. I cannot do this.
He's planning to do it and he says, I cannot do this. 6 settlements.
Feared by all.
Holy fuck. Gonna 50-50 here. anything on the research here. Let's take the Shrine of Cain. Army on the left, army on the right, 50-50. Taking this whole province is recommended, so yeah. Situation not lowered might got really dire though. Let's put a prediction here. Blue for close victory, red for order. What I meant by the 6 regions Ugblood is means that nobody taken anything from them. I know what they start with. That they are large in the start of the campaign. There are several bugs with the Sword of Cain, and we'll see what happens in this case.
Deepwood archers! For the eternal realms!
Our best bet would be for Tricking to take the right towers, or we can actually put this one here. We do have Earth Blood, but no Life Bloom. We have potent shooters here.
For Argwylon!
Dark Shards on the wall which do massive damage.
Way Watchers!
Power is very good. I do have Charm Shield.
For Lady Ariel! Swift!
Our Dryads can win the melee fight on the wall, but we need minimal damage because we might need to face more of them. We have a okayish replenishment because of the branch rate.
Children of Argwylon! Blaze Guard! Children of Argwylon! Way Watchers!
There's witch elves there though. Let's get a little bit forward. Let's send this on the wall.
Bowman ready! Children of Isha, attack! For Eldrathor! For Eldrathor! Way Watchers!
Well, Charm Shield gives you defense, and when you turn it on for 70 seconds, you got additional 24% missile block and 22% ward save.
Our aim is true!
Don't have Valhart yet. Waywatch are taking damage here, unnecessary damage.
Immediately! Yes! Yes! Swift of foot!
sisters in good health. 2 of them.
Way Watchers! Blade Guard!
We have pretty good damage on these Glade Guards. They also have poison. So one of the best tier 1 units in the game. Murderous Prowess is just turned on, and we have to deal with the sisters. It's miasma them. They'll die faster, much faster. Shot some heal here.
Orders! Get to our enemy!
Oh, look how fast they're actually dying, it's incredible. Such a squishy unit. Miasma and Dryads on the Witch Elves, it's bullying. You can see when you turn on the shield, you get the shield.
To the free!
God damn.
Ready
Fucking
and able.
football.
Straight away!
Do to stop King, girl's a killer! That's what I'm talking about. That was a slaughter. Even Dries did a lot of damage. Let's drop a heal on Durtu in the branch rate just in case. Taking damage here. Decisive victory. Break by 50% of people. Look at the Glade Guard outperforming the Wave Watchers. The Watchers don't really shine a battle like this. They have less shooters and their AP doesn't really matter on a lot of these units. Trying to shoot around as well. Occupy, we get 2300 down. We occupy the Shrine of Cain. Just instantly put down to tier 1. We could have sacked it and occupied it and got it more maybe. So this is the Shrine of the Widowmaker. 15 turns and we can pull out the sword. Income from post battle plus 20% faction wide, that's also a lot of money. "15 turns we can lose both the regions here. We have to fight the Scourge of Cain now though. We get Valhalla after putting a point in Fog of Doom. This allows Overcast, so this will give us power when we're casting spells. It's kind of like an Argwylon Conduit. Let's go with the Lady of Mist. Diplomatic relation with Bretonnians, compare moon range and evasion, chance on using wood roots. It's turn 11 and we have Shrine of Cain. Might have gotten it on turn 10. But doesn't really matter, turn 10 and 11, I feel like it's gonna be the same shit here. We're facing a rebellion in the forest. The Redhorn tribe is still up, and the Beastmen.
Wanrag, you dare approach a lord?
We'll try to get peace with them. It's turn 11, that's not treachery. They accept.
You dare approach? Yes.
Yeah, at least we don't have to bother with them now. One less thing to worry about. So it's just primarily the Beastmen, and the Oak of Ages is very vulnerable because of tier 1. The replenishment buff. Wow, they got the worst possible lord here. Fucking hell.
Fear my malice.
It's hard to convince the
Speak
elves.
for the Phoenix King,
The
and I
elves to
bid you
do
welcome.
anything here.
As you say.
The Grace was close to
What
this.
would you have of the Phoenix King, stranger?
We have to guard the Shrine of Cain, so we can't really move much. Thor unlike is tier 2, doesn't matter what tier it is. 10%. We'll hide the army here. Still a grassland. Fourteen turns for this. This is super vulnerable though. He'll be good with another unit for this. We have extra ammo and reload time reduction here. Our garrison also has 2 war dancers. It's hard to say what they have. Don't see shit. We can't recruit too early because we're just gonna lose it. Just gonna leave it be right there, right there. we get to this province, would be great. Nagaret, I mean. Army on the left, army on the right, 50-50.
Blade!
Still a fort.
Blade guard! Kill them! Bowman, ready?
My God!
Your enemy!
Have you seen that shit? Shit.
Thanks, Love Slap.
Way watchers! Blade guard! Way watchers! Foes are at the bottom! Immediately! Blade guard! Swift of foot! Way watchers! Children of Argwylon!
Let me in! Much better loot we get here. What does the Sword of Cain do? We have screenshots. There are 3 different stages of the Sword of Cain. You can see here. This is the item though. The weapon itself also causes negative public order faction-wide, negative diplomacy with all factions, and increase the upkeep of all units.
We'll retrieve it from your corpse!
Bring it on, bitch! This guy is here now, so they travel from the other side here. Turn 13. This is the scary shit here. You don't want to fight this early. Look at it, rank 35 low, turn 13. And they just go toxic on the player. It's a shame there is a rebellion outside the capital. This is massive, so we gotta take this. All Dryads get 3 armor piercing damage, and we get 3 kin 10 armor piercing damage. You intend to do melee with Forest Spirits, you gotta take that. This is a really solid tier 1 unit. The only issue is melee. Whoever gets melee fixed, that will probably be one of the best. Can't risk this. Our best bet is just to get an Ancient Treatment because you can recruit rank 6. They are the most powerful regular odds in the game. This removes the magic resistance from dwarves as well.
Arbonis enchant.
Is an aura, a constant augment or aura when we call it, for himself and allies in range, 5 attack and 10% damage. Which is especially good for the Ancient Treeman, because he always gonna fight with somebody close, and he does need attack. He does have solid damage, just needs attack. It's a melee expert and a Lord of Life wizard. Melee expert doesn't mean it's a damage dealer, it also means he's a tank. But considering the stats and the tankiness and the Lord of Life, very few lords can even compare with this, even the legendary ones. I think for the Ancient Treatment case, since the low attack, the attack is the best one to pick here. This is trash on the Ancient Treatment, should not even be an option. Well, this one is solid as well. This one is better than Durtu though. You don't need to take 10% movement here because this is just for the garrison right now.
Guardian of the Phoenix Crown.
So he gets another ability that is usually one of these abilities here. This is just like a crazy augment to get. But there are better effects here. The one for the construction is amazing. I think we can switch these things around, right? I think once a turn. Because we can just put this for construction costs, so you build cheaper. So now he gets another one on top, right? So he gets Cluster of Radiance and Resplendence of Luminescence. In the trees, there's gonna be a lot of power because the Ancient Treeman also has Blessing of the Ancients, which will stack with the Cluster of Radiance. It's a massive amount of power in the forest. So not only we cast our blood, but we also cast the Awakening of the Wood. This is good against unarmored units as well. I do want to take Tordernil and potentially take the Gan Whale, but the top priority is protect the Shine of Cain. Going for this one is a little bit risk for the Shine of Cain, but since Grace is moving in, I think she should be fine.
Cruel and deadly.
They have to go through the gate, and then now they lost the Phoenix Gate. Which means we can take Naga, right? If we can keep it, that's a different story. The Beastman in the woods, most likely going for the tree. We cannot defend it. $25% more battle loot, huh? The rebels didn't even attack. Need to lower the upkeep here, Asurian.
The Deepwood protects its sons and daughters. Tread carefully.
These guys are probably just gonna let them pass while they attack the tree.
We will see our homeland persist through all the coming ages of the world.
The mighty Deepwood welcomes you beneath its bow.
You guys ready for the brain damage? This guy's have massive armies, just instantly delete the Beastman, and look at this. They let the Beastman enter the forest. I'll take this province here. Lower cooldown. We don't have even that much power to consider it a lower cooldown. A situational pendulum could be good. Usually this faction gets killed before they reach Outer Loren, but they managed to reach Outer Loren here. You have to deal with both rebels and these guys at the same time. Nothing to be done about that. We said we are going for Shine of Cain. Don't you just love it how the Beastmen are just moving past, you know, factions that has straight hates Beastmen and not doing anything about it? Okay, I'm gonna get a 50-50 here. Nice battlefield.
Wildwood Rangers!
The two War Lancers.
Awaiting orders!
Eternal Guard! Dauntless Outrage!
Their army is pretty basic, which is actually quite a surprise.
Glade Guard!
Since we didn't have any military recruitment in the province.
Deepwood Host! Ever ready! Ready for orders!
Honestly, I don't even remember this being the battlefield for this settlement. Then again, I don't even remember that the settlement ever got attacked.
Ready to fire!
Glade Guard will counter Deepwood scouts.
Eternal Guard! Children of Argwylon! Your command! Eternal Guard! We hunt!
We have extra 10 armor already. We do have two Starfire shafts, Glade Guard, which counters the 3-men.
Understood! Glade Guard, as you command. It will be done.
Ha! It shall be done!
It shall be done.
Arboris enchant.
I'm here, I'm just waiting for them to come. Faction gets plus 10 attack in the forest battle, so we have quite advantage in melee if, when we start going there. We can't wait for them because they have more archers, so we have to go forward.
Bows of Argwylon! Our aim is true! For Eldrazor!
Ever ready!
As you say!
For Ariel!
For Carlos! Glade Guard! Bows of Argwylon! Glade Guard! To battle!
What what happened to those rangers? Kind of hard. Probably all the archers shot there.
Defenders on Argwylon! Eternal Guard! Foes of Argwylon! For Isha! Orders understood! More Kurnoth! Eternal Guard! Deepwood Archers! Defenders of Argwylon! Azray, attack!
Ha! To the fray! Dauntless Azray!
Glade Guard! Argwylon!
Can't chase them, we're just gonna get in a mess there. Just shoot them.
Awaiting orders! End them!
War dancers!
Aye! Yes! Armed and ready! Deepwood Infantry! By Kurnoth! Deepwood Archers! For Kurnoth! It shall be done! Eternal Guard! Kill them! Archers ready! Master! Kill them! Quickly! Yes! For Eldrasor!
Argwylon!
These units just gotta focus so hard by the range. Can outrun the war dancers. We have 36 speed, we have 46. Still running pretty fast.
Die, outsider! For Eldrasor! We understand! With haste!
Die! Traitors!
Quickly! Argwylon! Azray, attack!
And there's been a slaughter if I didn't get the War Dancers building. The garrison one. How much battle loot is this? 1900. Another 900 here as well.
The Deepwood protects its sons and daughters. Tread carefully.
We will see our homeland persist through all the coming ages of the world.
I welcome you to the King's Glade. Sit. We have much to discuss.
Or maybe the Orion goes after them.
Lady of the Glade.
Elchant Graziad.
What do we know about this? Let's get this. Dismiss Lord recruit 1 tree, and what would that do? Ooh, Walls Island Mill is very good. It's a very good one to get. It's a very good one. Durtu, we want to get the defense one. 10 defense for Durtu and everyone around him. We got Naga, right? So it gives growth 5 all provinces. Looks like these guys are down to 1 settlement and they have a small military.
Cruel and deadly.
Cult of Pleasure is already here. What the fuck? What the fuck?
Your word shall reach the Phoenix throne.
Start attacking Marathi! What are you doing, you idiot?
Behold the court of Asur, traveler.
Impossible to do diplomacy with them unless you have trade agreements available.
Asur, you have traveled far to petition.
God, what would you ask of the Asur?
Can I offer assistance?
Defender of the Phoenix.
I'm listening.
Protector of... Behold the majesty of the Phoenix court. Your will is done.
I am incredibly busy. State gladly.
The whole journey against Soldiers of Canaan, but they're dead. We need this on tier 2 to confederate Torgowan and Vidriot. Without it, I don't think it's possible.
Persist through all...
And the Beastmen just spent 2 turns, these guys in the forest. This guy ignored them.
Proud son of Argwylon.
Nothing we can do about this because the Dort left the forest for the Nagaret. This was like highly rebellious in this state. We can only use the deep roots from the forest, and the forest is here. You get Glade Rider and shields on the Eternal Guard, which matters. Later we went to watercolor pleasure and Scourge of Cain is gone. We made sure they were gone faster. At this point, we just have to babysit this until we get a sword. So looks like they're just hidden right outside the Oak of Ages.
Protector of the Oak.
The Deepwood protects its sons and daughters.
They'll never join this war unless they don't have an enemy.
We will see our homeland persist through all the coming...
Look at this, guys. Strategist, determined tactician. Just remove that from the game. The ranger guy might give us balance of power. We might have abusable balance of power there. I would have determined Lord gets +3 leadership, while Confident Lord gets +4 leadership for the whole army, including the Lord.
Can I offer assistance?
I hire her because she's range, might be the best for the auto resolve. But I think this is gone. I'm gonna get growth here. Yeah, let's see what happens. They probably have like rank 6 units by now. They're not attacking. Okay. Maybe they start disbanding units. I'll go for this thing here in the water. Or recruit miners.
These are
Could be, could be.
Deepwood protects its sons and daughters. Tread care.
Order. The Deepwood protects its sons and daughters.
The mighty Deepwood welcome.
You called?
The setup from construction here is it's not good, but we had to get this because we left the forest. We won't be able to get growth for a while.
Daughter of Argwylon.
There's no technology for growth. They removed the technology. They removed the technology for growth the same patch they added this the growth change. I think they did. We need to get the I guess the forest stuff. Guess that's why it was removed. Like I said, we can't do anything about the heatlands of the Argwylon because we left the Argwylon, so it's a little bit weird, right? Because we're not doing it the regular way. We would have been here with Dorto taking the heatlands, of course, obviously. Not getting Nagarite very early in the game. And risking the losing everything in Argwylon. After we pull out the sword, I guess we go take the Gain Veil and go back to Argwylon and just, you know, bully people with a sword of cane. So the right side of the Oak of Age, they're not attacking. Interesting. They have enough to take the tree though, by the way. Nice, we get a battle here, we need money. You guys, this is not the first time we play the Wood Elves. We needed the growth, you know, the from the other stuff than, you know, getting the forest done. So we're looking for the, you know, the growth from other stuff. So obviously we can't do anything about the forest there right now. Yet you're saying the water is wet. God damn. The Glade Guards will just kill everything here. We don't have to go forward. The archers countered the zombies hard. That's why I think the Vampire Coast should have a missile resistance on technologies with multiple sources. They need it on the zombies and they need it on the vampires.
We stand ready.
No matter what server I use on Twitch lately, the servers are shit. I even lowered the bitrate to recommended levels. What the fuck is going on with Twitch in the last week? Getting irritating. Are they trying to push people to use YouTube or something? And we'll definitely get in Ganville since we're here, but we'll get a sword out first. $8,000, that's a lot. Get Elves of the Ancients, I'll give it get sea legs as well.
Lady of the Glade at your service. These are dark times.
Dark times. Maybe they don't move, otherwise we're just gonna waste the money.
Proud
Haven't been
daughter
moving
of
so far.
Argwylon.
There's a Argwylon in the heart of. There's a beastman in the heart of Argwylon, and our 3 wood elves in the forest are AFK. Well, they hate beastmen.
I welcome you to the King's Glade.
Can't get a threshold for the little defensive lines anymore. Okay, Laurel Forest Comfort Mission to 19.
We will see our homeland persist.
They
through
might
all
attack
the
eventually
coming
because these guys have raided a couple of turns
The
there.
Deepwood protects its sons and daughters. Tread carefully.
The army is a literally full yellow bar against this. Nobody in Ulton went hostile yet. Looks like a waste of time is 6 turns AFK, but there's nothing else.
How can I assist you?
Maybe they're not called to attack, just to harass the forest. Because the garrison low tier has no chance against that in Emmanuel Bell. It's fine for now. Lone Forest is declared war on us, so they're at war with Greenskins. Very unusual, by the way. That's random. They declared a war the moment we met him. In this place, at least we get experience per turn for a few turns. Get a march stance for Taskmaster. We get this in 3 turns. It'll be a little easier if we lose it.
Can I offer assistance?
Yet an attack Safari. We're gonna backdoor a Lariel surprise attacker. She probably has an army though,
Oh my
so
god.
it might be a little bit tricky.
Have you seen that shit? Holy shit. What the hell?
She'll not expect the attack. Once we get Sword of Cain, several factions can declare war. Public order plus side leadership plus 4. They actually brought a second army now. 2 turns for 10k this.
I welcome you to the King's Glade.
Don't mind me, we're just chilling through the forest. The upgrade Flogodon first. We only have one trick in here. It looks like they were waiting for reinforcements.
We will see our homeland persist through all the coming age.
As we will see our homeland persist through.
This is the AI in this game, guys. You meet a random faction, they declare war on you. Even if it's a lone forest, makes no sense they would declare war on Dortu. That's just shitty stupid. And then you have beastmen trespassing the forest. These guys have hate beastmen. They have an army, they can absolutely delete them, full yellow bar, and they get ignored. Sometimes you just get brain damage like this. And this situation is even worse because we actually need them to attack this.
What do you need?
Those guys had water greenskins and they decided to declare war on Dortu. It's like declaring war on one of their against one of their gods. Well, they already have a war. So they were waiting for reinforcements. And we can win this. We'll see what happens with the tree now. We get sword in 4 turns. Oh, just shut it, guys. You're never gonna see cool shit like this again in the future. But you rather wanted another boring campaign around the forest or getting a sword early. Rip 10k gold, that's the worst part. Rip 10k gold, yeah. Yeah, Jasper. We need another 3 turns for this. Okay, Orion has taken the tree. It's fine. Our objective is provinces anyways. Get more slots here. They might attack this place here. It could be rough if they get 2 full armies. The Orion will finish them off here. Not sure how the Confederation Orion works again, but this might be the best thing that happened here. This upgrading the tree is very expensive.
What the hell?
Shame we lost those 10,000s. Missile resistance, I'd help against the with the Glade Guard against the High Elves if we go to war. This growth here right now, it's a little bit problematic. This guy is back. It's kinda... we can use it on construction because there is nothing to construct. There's a public order which can fix the growth, or we can just get 25 growth. We really need a growth here to get kindred so we can actually build buildings. Since we couldn't deal with the hitlands around the forest since we left the forest for Ultuan, we have no growth here. Don't want to spend another 1200, so we'll get this one. And it's growing again, but will also drain the money. 3 more provinces are it. Puts us to 15. I don't think you can actually save the tree unless this guy's randomly attacked if you leave the forest for the sword. It was inevitable. But we get sword super early, which makes it a unique campaign. I think it's a excellent trade. See if the sword is still bugged. So this is a little bit sciencey here as well. What I'm taking the tree is good, yeah. Better than the other two. It's just such a shame to see Torgo and Nvidia ignored this beastmen while they're moving to the forest. Wow. 15 corruption for 5 turns, that's a lot. Is this courage with fear and terror, which makes the fear and terror actually much better. So it's gonna give us rebels, right? Rebels are good now that we can actually find more for that. We can pull out the sword in 2 turns, so 26. Scourged. It's not good on Dirt, it's better than this one. Get 50 AP, which he needs. Get Terror. And just better here. It does have aura for the attack already, which you don't see here. It's 50 to attack. The beastmen could assemble enough here to attack this place. They've also disbanded the Wave Watchers. Losing those 10,000s, that hurts without the tree getting upgraded. That's a big loss. Okay, we can pull out the sword next turn. Get more leadership here. So the Dryads fight to the death. Looks like Morati is going straight into the whale. That's nice. The girls are busy. We'll take the forest. They don't care about their war. Shrine will also start generating money from battles. Altar is ready. Turn 26. Give that shit. Yeah. I totally need a decent door to unbreakable, 20% wards, 25 attack and 450 AP damage. And we get a vortex that deals damage. Now let's take the forest on the ult one. Mission accomplished. Yoo-hoo! Where the trees at? Shrine also provides garrison and more post-battle loot faction-wide. More recruit ranks for all units as well. The 59 10-2. This cannot be guarded with the garrisons though. We're going to get again whale here. Then see about this. I don't remember what's the Confederation of Orion thing. I think it will pop up eventually randomly. Let's hope we don't lose this. Kinda need it. If you lose the city with a shrine, do you lose the sword? It makes no sense. The shrine is there just to pull out the sword. Only else can do it. There are some bugs which I'm not even gonna mention so we don't jinx it. We'll see if they happen. Safri got wrecked, that was fast. Look at Durtu, man, with the red and that stance, that thing pose he's doing. Let's have some Durtu, guys. Get some tissues. I'm gonna get a coffee. See you guys in like 6-10 minutes. We're back. I'm not sure if I said, but today we're gonna have a stream in two parts. The part one is almost at the end, and we'll be having one later night stream. I started playing this campaign and I totally forgot, and it's already like 3 hours later. This game sometimes, this happens. Like 3 hours later and it's like, what? I just played 3 turns. 27 turns. Totally forgot, you know. Missile strength for all missile units. We need this for the garrisons as well. We are going to take the Vale here. We are messing up diplomacy doing stuff like this here, but what can you do? Who do we fight here? Dark Elves or the High Elves? I think it's easy to please the High Elves. We're gonna use Durtu to help protect the Ultron. Wow, that was unexpected. The Great Council plus 2000 treasury.
I bring Azurian's fire.
Lariel.
Your continued existence hangs in the balance.
Yes, exactly. You took the words out of my mouth, woman. Okay, let's go. What a prediction here, just some random stuff, close order. You know, the usual random. We have Durtu here, 20 fizz resist, 20 ward save, 15 miss resist. They have 2 bolt throwers and an eagle. They also have 1 tree keen. Getting her trade is actually pretty nice. This is a forest, so we also get +10 attack. We can defend Ultron against the Dark Elves, help Tyrion. This actually is not a forest. What? This is not a forest. Did we just attack the magical forest just outside? This is not a forest. Fucking hell, man, these people.
Your command? Protectors of the forest! Wild riders! Blade guard! Yes!
We don't get a forest buff here. It's not a forest. What you doing, little girl? Casting some party tricks? And we miss a 90% chance to hit there. Stop shooting, guys. What the fuck? What the shit? What the shit? Have you seen that? What are you really? I hate when they do that. That's fucking bugged.
Way Watchers! Yes! Way Watchers!
They just aimed and they have to release it, even if it's like delayed by 20 seconds. When I fucking turn off fire at will and attack.
Our bows are yours! Yes! Orders! Way Watchers! For Ariel! Wild Riders! For Kurnos!
Can let the knights hit the archers there. They have magical damage against those, so they're gonna kind of like counter each other. Go for your artillery in the back. Keep both of them.
Way Watchers!
Which can miasma one of these white lines, they're gonna die much faster.
For Eldragon!
That's brutal. That should be illegal.
Deepwood Infantry! Ready to fire! Wild Riders! For Ariel! Swiftly!
Are those silver helms gonna attack wild eyes in the forest?
By Kurnos! For Athel Lauren! Hunters! Blade Guard! Ride them down! We never miss! To battle! At speed! For Lady Ariel!
So we were fighting just outside the Gan Whale, which is supposed to be a forest terrain, and we didn't get a forest here. Somebody forgot to classify this battlefield as a forest. So we didn't get any forest buffs either. Which is our faction main strength, plus 10 attack in forests.
Way Watchers!
Which is quite a, you know, flavor bonus, but when you consider that a second bonus is 50% cheaper recruitment on a specific hero you're gonna recruit maybe a couple times, just so know, for cycling, 50% cheaper, it's pretty bad that you get forest battlefields without forests.
Let's hunt!
So we really have to go again into the details between what is a forest and what is trees and what is a forest battlefield. 3 different wordings here.
Cavalry! Flatten them! For the lady!
Dur did casual 27,000 damage. And the Wild Riders are too effective, really. They make everything else just look so bad when it comes to chasing. got the Sword of Cain. We're on Ulton. We have province there and the forest, and we're about to engage into Ulton wars, but we lost the Oak of Ages because we had to just leave the Argwylon so we can actually do this instead. But it's not really anything bad. Orion will build it up, and we might confederate later. We don't even need it, was the best part, because the goal of campaign are provinces. That's why we're doing something else. Instead of being just tied to the hitlands of Argwylon, which is just, you know, chill forest keeping. I think Laril grants Never Queen, Public Order plus 4 local province, 5 wins magic power reserve, and 10 growth. So it says that it's a grassland outside the city. Have you guys seen a grassland where we were just fighting? Own army. At least they fixed this shit. This gives a Bladesinger's attack as well. Oh damn, it's good for public order too. Yes, we can upgrade this. So this is the Call of the Woods and this is Howl the Forest. Before you would pick 9 attack on Durtu, and then this guy would have 5. If you pick Howl the Forest, they don't work together, but if one is providing 5 and another is providing 9, they are called also differently. You get 14 when they fight together. But Durtu now has a better skill. He no longer has just 9 attack and this trash here for the elves. He has 10 defense as well. So picking 10 defense on Durtu is the way to go, and the branch rate will get a 9 attack. So you have upgrading this makes sense. We outrange their archers and their archers outperformed our archers. Nice. Look at this, 51-41. Wave Watchers, Glade Guard, better range. And we got the Smoke Monster. What did I guys tell you? What did I guys tell you? Wizard Lord. But this guy is a monster fighter, one of the strongest, and a wizard. And that's how you get one of the best wizards in the game. Because, you know, you can swing your sword, or you can just cast a spell that just decimates a battle line. We get this tier 2, huh? This is a Temple of Isha here. Enables Awakened Forest Lich Logan armies. Wins magic starting amount +5 for all armies. All armies. Physical resist 5%. All armies. Damn! On top of all the toughness, we get additional 5 physical resist. Immune to Chaos Attrition. All armies. I kinda wish you had a lot of life spell singing to go with him. Yes, I wish I had also oxygen to breed. Oh shit, I breed oxygen too. Of course we're gonna get this, but we need to build building. It was impossible to get this building until this point. Impossible. Okay, 10% ward save for the tree keen. It's fine with wood elves. It's fine with elves. It's with just like I said, we didn't go after the hitlands of the Argwylon. Because how do you get on Ultan, take Shine of Cain, get the Sword of Cain out, and get the Gain Whale at the same time you're doing your usual early game here? So you can't do it. You can pick only one thing to do. We could have just stayed here, protected Argwylon, get a hit lens, you know, the usual stuff. And then by, you know, like turn 30, 40, you know, go here. But we wanted to go this first. Like I said, we're doing something different this campaign. And of course different shit will happen, like the fort is getting threatened here, for obvious reasons. Now we're gonna have to deal with Ulton stuff. I wonder if we can side with Moratti. As the elves, wood elves, any else, wood elves can pick sides between. How the fuck she has 17 provinces on turn 28? What the fuck is this madness? 17 settlements on turn fucking 28? This is impossible. What I was saying, the wood elves can work with both dark elves and high elves, especially if you're playing with heralds of Ariel. But the high elves are easier to work with. Now she must have confederated a big faction. Oh, there it is. That was all. This is also highly unusual as well. She heard it was a Rush Ultan campaign. Yeah, I guess. This doesn't cost any kindred, Sam. This is important. Late Captain is important too. Our range is fine. We don't have 3 kin yet, so we'll stick with them. We did pay for them. I'm not gonna disable this main disc because we might need it to snipe some large stuff. I would have went with a strictly Drad's composition if we were stayed in the Argwylon. We don't have the money for everything. We'll just get the basic stuff here. And this is fine repairing. Doesn't have the income. This is gonna take several turns to repair. We do have some growth bonus here. That has to stay here for now. We need growth. So the Sword of Cain penalty, -2 public order and -10 diplomatic relations with all factions. It basically adds a bad threshold, which means the easier thresholds are harder to get. Which means it's easier that they declare war on you, and it's much harder to get non-aggression or trade agreement. So it's not just -10, it's actually, it's kind of like another threshold. It's kind of hard to explain, but if you play a game for 1,000 hours, you know what I mean. The problem is they don't explain diplomacy for shit. There are no numbers, no chances, no really displayed visual number of how things work, and this is confusing as fuck. And when they have these invisible thresholds, they fucking think we are, I don't know, prophets to work this system. I don't know. Since there is no visual number, It's really weird. And they made this thing visual in the new Total Wars. Just making a visual number of on something like reliability rating, chance to get this treaty, how much you need to get it, what you need to do, would make all the diplomacy actually work, instead of just being a guessing game. And these invisible thresholds which exist, which you don't see, is the reason why people say diplomacy doesn't work. So you have to understand how this works, and you have to know why this faction want to do this, and then there is a factor of random things. Oh, this faction has only one enemy, we are neutral, we're gonna declare war. Oh, this faction just defeated their last enemy, and we are neutral, oh shit, high chance they will declare war. So when you add the random into mix of thresholds and guessing game, it makes it just infuriating if you're like new to the game. You just basically don't even want to bother. Don't even bother is how it works. And basically this is how it works in Rome 2. I was actually spent hundreds of hours sciencing this in Rome 2. I wanted to make one of those Steam guides, you know, but end up, you know, not really bothering with it because they patched the game and fucked up everything again. So you know how it is with the Rome 2 to 2014-15. They were just patching the game, just you know, chopping it to fix it. But it's basically the same system. It's basically the same system which got improved in the later games. Here you just have to guess. You have to you know, look at the relations and you know how they affect, and also, you know, sometimes they have a focus. This is actually also another factor. A faction can have a focus.
Yes.
They can be focused on something so hard that even if they're hostile on you, they're not gonna do anything about you. And then next turn, all of a sudden, you know, they change their focus on you and you're the worst enemy. This focus, I think they're bugged half the time. This whole game is like 50-50. Half the trades don't work and the other halves work half the time. And sometimes, I kid you fucking not, you can load a campaign and they will roll different behaviors. You know why? Because this thing shifts. I will tell you why. My guess is this thing shifts at the start of the turn before game gets auto-saved. So you load the game and you pretty much load a different seed. They change traits, they change behaviors, and sometimes get different results. That's why, like day 1 of Marathi, we have perfect Ulton. Day 2 of Marathi, everybody just allying to destroy you. If you start a Marathi campaign and the Ulton is like fucked, like everybody hates each other, just killing each other, keep playing. Because the next day you will load the game and it might be all different. This is probably due to how the autosaves are created, I think. But it's spaghetti code. Holy shit, half of it is just guessing. But it's fucked. You remember how when they fix this and then they release Empire Rework? Oh, you get a confederation option. Oh, confederation option, yes, I'll accept. Oh shit, I have to go. I'll continue this tomorrow. Then you load the game. What? Where's my confederation? Nothing happened. Confederation happened after the autosave. And they strictly patched this, you know, the B team, they patched it that this shit happened before the autosave. You click on the event, the game autosaves. And then the CT comes in, they forget the legend exists, and they fuck it up again. And then you have, that's why you have a 50-50 game, because you have people, different people working on the game, and they don't really, you know, understand how things work in the game, and they don't really talk to each other, and they just butcher the game over time. What else? What the fuck we clicked here? Which button needs to get the interface back? God damn. Escape, okay. I just moved my hand with the keyboard and it happened. I got a little bit triggered when those beastmen just went through the Utter Lauren and this guy just ignored them. Holy shit, that's infuriating. It's no big deal we lost this, but that is just brain damage, right? Due to the nature of the campaign. What was the victory result? I was decisive, okay. We will stand with you against your foes. Three wins against Greenskin, we can confederate Vidriot. 3 wins against Bretonia, we can confederate Argwylon. So what happened here, Orion has upgraded the tree to tier 2 and it triggered these quests. Since the player is supposed to control the tree, you get the quests when they upgrade it. How do I know this? Well, people actually sent me the message when we started playing Draika, and the shit was happening to them when they lost the tree. So Orion is upgrading the tree, and it's triggering its effect for you, since you're supposed to be controlling the tree. I think we'll go fight Moratti. We kinda love this shit to stand. Fuck her, I'm not seeing Dark Elves take ult on 5th campaign in a row. What was this named? Allegedly Magic Forest.
What do you...
I have the sword. Come and take it.
At your speak your poisoned word and be gone.
He's at war with Broken Axe and Kalidor, but not with Moratti, huh? He knows that Moratti exists. Since we can't get trade agreement, the initial threshold to work with together with High Elves does not exist until you get the trade agreement available. Which means initially they will all hate you unless they can engage in the trade if you're at usually neutral or unfriendly with them. So you can't pass that first threshold to get into non-aggression, military action alliance area. But fighting the factions they hate, they might consider fighting themselves, will give us that threshold eventually. But since we have Sword of Cain, it might not do anything, and they might be as hostile to us as we are defeating their enemies.
Speak.
The fighting Moratti here makes sense, because we can't stand for Dark Elves taking ult on again, what, 5th campaign in a row? And she's overextending, it will not last. We just meet her in fight and defeat her, and she's gonna lose that initial advantage. The right side is fine, so we just go from the left, right?
Be quick about it.
The other High Elves will like this, because she's an ult one. Okay, Tyrion likes it. We'll see if they're actually gonna... I don't know what kind of relations we get between this faction and the High Elves. All the thresholds are fucked.
Prince of Ulthuan.
Can I offer assistance?
Guardian of the Phoenix Crown.
Okay, we have
At your service.
Protect Defender of the Everqueen.
Tyrion.
Speak.
Legion was ardent.
Ulf, I sense what you have to say will not please me. As you say.
Okay, this should be enough to get a threshold for non-aggression. But unless you get trade, it's gonna be hard to maintain. As you sign treaties, these treaties improve over time. You have the treaties buff.
Valiant
You can see treaties with power 1, it increases over time. It's like you're honoring your treaty and they like you more over time. But it increases very slowly in small amounts. Usually the great power penalty just overwhelms this point. So you need usually trade and military acts on top of that, and it's usually enough to counter the great power penalty. Unless you're messing up their allies, their friends, or not fighting their enemies, it will hold. But there's a factor in usually just go after the enemies as well, which, you know, the enemy, my friend, got fucked because they changed the thresholds. That's why you have like Overtide alliance where you're allied with a lot of factions, and all of a sudden two of the smaller ones start disliking you because you can improve the diplomacy. And they will never give you the next treaty because you can't reach the next threshold unless you just drop 100,000 gold on them. Which makes that they can declare war on you and drag all their allies, your allies, to war against you. This is what happened with 2 hours ago. These auto-resolves make no sense. Why is there even any red here? It's literally 0 casualty battles. .125 range, 170 range. We have poison. We even had a calorie, and we get red here. This is like over 100 casualties here. The next thing we need in this army is a spell singer with Lord of Life and more Trikin. Trikin is our main unit, and we mix it with Dryads and the Tree Man. We had to go range since we went on an expedition. Just going purely with Dryads would have been pretty bad. But it works for outer lore and hitlands.
Way Watchers!
Guys, stand very still. Nobody even gonna know you're there.
This instant! It shall be done! Wild Riders! Hurry! Warriors of Ariel! Ride! Blade Guard! Aye! Yes! Children of Isha! Attack!
They got fucked by the Sword Cane.
Blade Guard! To battle! For the eternal realm! Ceasefire!
Well, this will be an interesting campaign. Hopefully we don't get any of the the Sword Cane bugs. See that actually how it goes. This might have been a total waste, really, going here in the first place. If one of those that I heard recently is still in the game.
what you must.
We are getting rid of Dark Elves from Ult 1. Okay, this is... Diplomatic relations with high elves, so this will help. Wins the magic power reserve up to plus 40. Just look at this thing here, man. This is perfect to work with the high elves and get more magic. This is the Ganwell Forest. The Heatlands. Thor, Saroyer, Evershale, Finn's Gate, and Unicorn Gate. Not a very big forest. Pretty straightforward. This should be pretty straightforward, and this plus 20 could counter the Sword of Cain penalty. And then we have the High Elves as a powerful ally against the Dark Elves and the other people. Anyways, boys, this is gonna be it for part 1. I'll be back later, probably in a few hours, and we'll have a night stream as well, continuing with Durtru and Sword of Cain shenanigans. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you later.